didn't know this, you guys, but my sweet potato vine is flowering. I don't think that I ever seen a flower on them before. I can't remember which variety this is. This is a proven winners one. I'll put the name on the screen. It has a beautiful bloom. Okay, I think that I have my hydrangeas finally ready. I think that I'm actually going to need a few more, but let me show you. I started to cut my hydrangea blooms from the hydrangea hedge that I have back there. And let me show you the size of the blooms. This is one of the biggest blooms, and while I love the blooms, they're huge, they're starting to turn into this little dusty pink. You can see it better here. Some of the blooms have these like little pink dusty color on them. Well, these are great. They are way too big to make a wreath. Like, how am I going to fit this unless the wreath is going to be, you know, 4 feet tall? So this is not going to work for what I'm going to be doing today. So instead, gosh, these are the size that I will probably be using today for most of the wreaths that I will be making. And I actually found these size blooms from my little quick lime hydrangeas that I have on the back, because they have smaller blooms, they are smaller shrubs, and they are going to work better for what I have in mind today. Okay, so I want to show you how I'm going to make the frame for the wreath. I didn't want to go and buy an actual wreath that was already made at the store so that I could just fill it up with hydrangeas. I didn't want to spend any money. So I have a couple of shrubs that are my bridal wreath spireas, or Renaissance spireas. I don't know, I think that's how you say it in French. But I have these branches that they sort of droop like this. I think that they're going to work for what I have in mind. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to, oh, never mind, we will not be using that piece. And if you have a willow tree, that's probably a great option to do this. I know a lot of people use those for making this type of thing, but I don't have any. Actually, that's a long piece. So this will work. So what I'm going to do, see what I mean about the branches just having this kind of like a natural way. So what I'm going to be doing is that to my longer piece, I am just going to be attaching pieces that can naturally bend. And I think maybe this will be good. And you can use, I don't know, you can use some string, or in this case, I'm going to be using the stretchy tape that I use for my tomatoes. I find that to be the easiest way for me to use. And I'm just going to clip them together. Whatever you use, you're not going to see it in the final result. So here you go, I have so you can see what I have going here. And as I am working with these pieces, the ones that are going to be sticking out, I am just gently going to keep them sort of together inside one another, if that makes sense. So that when I try to bend this in a circle, they sort of just get stuck together in one. So you can tell, I don't know if you can tell from here, we already have this thing going. So I'm just going to keep on adding towards the end, going just one way, if that makes sense. Okay, so now that I have this long piece, I'm just going to try to bend it together. See the pieces that are sticking out, like this guy right here? You can just easily work it in there so that it does its own thing. And there are some other pieces that I might have to do. And if there are pieces that are like just really thick and they don't want to bend nicely, you can just get your trimmers and just cut those when you're done. Wasn't there a piece that was like a workout thing? They used to go like, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was Sally. What's her name? Sally Summers?
Sally something?
Sally
I feel like this is what I'm doing. Nice workout. Okay, so I am going to leave it like this because I think that this works. So there you go. Isn't this cool? I mean, it's free. All you have to do is find some branches from one of your shrubs right now. You're going to trim them anyway coming fall. So I know a lot of people, what they do, they cut their pieces and they soak them in water for a while. That way they're more bendable and you don't have to be fighting this. But these guys work because they already had that shape going. So this is just going to work perfect. Okay. So as I am making this, I want to grab a few of these blooms from my quick fire hydrangeas. They are supposed to be this deep red, but mine get mostly pink. But I think they're just going to complement with the hydrangeas, with my limelight hydrangeas very well. Don't you think? So I am going to go ahead and start putting this together. I am going to use a regular piece of twine. I could use the tape that I was using, but I think that as I roll around the pieces, it might show in a couple of places. So I'm just going to use this guy right here and attach it, and I'm just going to start showing you how I do that. And I don't need the stems of the hydrangeas to be really, really tall, just enough that I can tie the twine around it. And as you do this, you try to make you're going to try to find like the good sides of the hydrangea blooms, you know, just so that they look better together. This is just gorgeous. All right, is this looking amazing or what? If you have different types of hydrangeas in your garden, then you definitely can just mix and match them. already see one piece that is kind of wonky here. But I think, that one, oh, that one was never a part of it. I think that it came out pretty good. Don't you think? And this is the back. This is the back. And this is the front. And it is super windy today. I think that it came out just gorgeous. I think that the combination of a couple of different hydrangeas just makes this a nice mix. I still think this is a little wonky. I might have to fix it. All right, there we go. So, what do you guys think? Would you be trying this at home? I mean, literally free, you guys. This might be my top. Free, using blooms from your own garden. You don't have to spend any money on the wreath frame, like I mentioned. Look around, see what you have. Maybe if your neighbor has a nice shrub that he or she is going to trim in the fall, hey. Thank you for being here, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me know what you think in the comments. Till the next time.